Good evening and welcome to the Graham Craig Ruth show. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Tonight's show is sponsored by Energy Awareness and Verso Fashions. Competition time, guys. We have a fabulous night away to give away, including dinner and a buffet breakfast. Yummy! How to enter this week's competition? Like this post, tag who you're going to bring, and share. So who am I joined by tonight? Three fierce, fabulous ladies. It's ladies' night. Aisling Kelleher, Grainne, McDonald, and Tina Hemlock. Thank you for joining me, ladies. How are you?
Thanks for having us.
Happy Tuesday.
Right back at you.
And ladies, we have to discuss the Oscars. Like I've you three ladies here, like oozing, like glamour, and like you must have been taken back by some of the looks.
There were some gorgeous ones, I think.
Absolute
some
stunning.
really beautiful ones. Yeah, I think personally for myself, my favourite, without a shadow of a doubt, was Charlize Theron in the beautiful sort of powder blue dress. I just thought she looked so simple and elegant, but so gorgeous. She was stunning.
Tina, look, you're like, Tina, you've a bit of a girl crush at the Oscars, didn't you?
I just know who I'm going to say straight away. Jennifer Lopez for me.
Yes.
She was just outstanding. For me, she just blows it out of the ballpark every time. She walks on that red carpet and all eyes just go to her. She's amazing. But she carries the gown as well. The gown isn't carrying her, she carries the gown. It's amazing.
Yeah, she makes it fit.
Flawless.
Fit all her
Just
curves.
flawless.
Yeah.
I can't believe she's 50. Like, I want to be her at 50 with some of the hotties she has hanging
I
on.
Glad we take that.
But like, how does she just, like, she's fabulous. Like, she's not aging a day.
No.
Like,
no.
She
She's like
gorgeous.
Benjamin Button. She's going back.
Yeah,
in
she
time.
is
really
going
is,
backwards.
yeah.
Actually,
She really
isn't she?
is.
But
In
if
a
you
good
ever
way.
actually watch her fitness regime on her Instagram, I mean, it's out of this world. Absolutely out of this world. Like, she's inspirational in that way as well, in the way she looks after herself and her health.
I doubt she's
and her
having a
body and
hillbillies
everything.
like of a Saturday night or a
No,
kebab.
and I know I'm going to be on her Instagram tomorrow morning
my
doing her
goodness.
workout. I'm like, oh,
Exactly, actually, you're watching it and you're going, oh, I thought I did half an hour in the gym. No, I
No.
didn't.
Okay.
I know, like, for yourself, Lady Gaga, like, you thought she'd had a
Lady
great
Gaga was beautiful. I loved her, but also I loved Helen Mirren. I just think she's amazing. I just think she can't do anything
I
wrong.
think she really, like, I think she's like, for an older lady, like, she really dresses well, and like,
Yeah.
she's very
Age
fitting for her
appropriate.
age, very age
Yeah.
appropriate.
She
Very
never gets it
flattering.
wrong.
Yeah,
she
she
never gets it
doesn't.
wrong. She's fab.
No, I think she's stunning.
Back to Gaga. Like,
What, firstly, the necklace, like, wow.
oh my God.
Like, can I have a
Was
load of
it?
it?
They were on about Audrey Hepburn before wearing that piece as well. Like, how much was it? It was.
I think it was 30 million.
Yeah.
Imagine
Oh,
that
wow.
around your neck, like,
Yeah.
like you take the lotto there, that was one this week, 175 million, Euro millions, 10 million. I had a little win myself, 2,000, I was delighted.
We'll all be rubbing you
Drinks
for a
on
bit of
you.
luck.
Like, ladies, what do you think, like 175 million? Is it too much? Like, would you have gone loop the loop? So you start with yourself, Ashley.
I think for one person, it's definitely a hell of a lot of money. I'd be happy with 1,000, to be quite honest. But like, of course, you have visions of what you would do with it, but you would really want a savvy head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
If you were just the one person to
I think we contact
win it.
Tina, don't buy a few bits.
I
Oh,
would
you
actually
would.
probably
Yes.
buy
Yeah.
all of her
Personal milliner.
collection. I would buy all of her collection. I'd be like, I'll have one of each, please, for each day of the week.
Suddenly my prices have just gone way
Yeah.
up through the roof.
$1.5 million.
I'll have 175.
Although
I will though, yeah.
I do think if I won the 175, I think I could handle it. I really do.
I think like you speak with wisdom, like, and so it's like, for me, if I won it, I think a house would have been a big thing, and then I would have loved to have done the traveling. But like, I think I would have been wise. But like, I suppose you'd have so many new friendships that would come around if there's someone knows you're going to win
And that's it.
175
You
million.
wonder, would
Yeah.
people be leeching off you because of the money now you have and kind of what you can kind of give them back
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
return?
absolutely.
So then you kind of question, like, are these friendships fake or real? It's kind of like being a celebrity then, which would have a bonus as well, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of celebrities, the Kardashians, like, there's a lot of drama going on there at the moment.
the girl code firstly.
That's been well and truly broke. Girl code's gone out the window.
To Chloe, who actually made her a Good American brand ambassador, so she helped kickstart her modelling career. And then secondly, to her best friend Kylie Jenner, like the sister of Chloe, like she destroyed both girl codes.
I feel like Grainne, like Chloe's really got it tough. Like, and I think Chloe's always wanted the white picket fence. I don't know much as they have it, like they've millions, but she's wanted, like, maybe not the money side, she's wanted a partner, she wanted motherhood, she wanted the family.
Like,
And I've all the Kardashians, I've wanted that for her, and like she's really wanted it, and she, like, Lamar didn't work out. Tristan, like even to go back to when she had the baby, like, she went into labour because of like allegations that came out. Like,
I just find that so disturbing. It's just so morally wrong.
Actually, now if you had the tongs and the hair straighteners in the hand,
her
and he was in
extensions
front
would
of
be
you,
burnt off her head anyway. I actually can't even say.
They need a lot more than a headpiece off too.
Anyway,
custom made to cover everything, I think.
Well, like it's crazy. And like she's doing like this. So what is Jordan something? Is her name? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like she's like she wants to release music now and cash in on like this new, because like she's gone from like, I didn't know who she was to like everyone. She's on everyone's radar now.
Did you hear about her lip kit she had with Kylie Jenner? They had a makeup line as well, and Kylie Jenner reduced the prices down like to half price, and they all sold out, and they won't be obviously doing another line again.
Nah, like sorry,
Yeah.
like definitely discontinued. But like no, it's just like you would feel sorry, but she'll bounce back, and I hopefully like sure she has the baby now, and that's the biggest thing from it. Like that's what she's always on. I think
she has family support, and she has loads of friends around her, and she has lots of wealth as well. So she'll be fine.
Like definitely, I wouldn't mind. Like she has
that's the icing on the cake, isn't it?
a little bit of wealth. Like you can do so much, but I guess it's like you see, you can do a lot with wealth, but she has missed, like wealth couldn't bring her what she's been looking for, the relationships.
There's something missing there, like
exactly.
There's something missing.
No.
And the sad thing is she's going to turn and kind of question herself and her worth as well. Like, is she enough? Why does this keep happening to her? And I think that's the bad thing as well, that sometimes you're just unlucky in love, and you can't kind of help who your partner is. You can only help your actions. And if you're a kind of good partner, and if you're doing everything right, then it's all on them. Like, there's nothing that she could have possibly done.
So remix to Ignition, R. Kelly's going to prison. Ladies, like, have you seen his documentary Surviving R. Kelly?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard all about it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to watch it, because
I watched the first two.
I don't think I could actually watch it.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and I don't think I'm going to go there and watch like the other 6.
Yeah.
What I do find is I would never be so opinionated on it, but I feel like people always say, like, oh, this, like, wait till it goes to court, like, wait till he's proven guilty, whatever. But you go back to Leah, like, and you see the documentary there, like, the documents were forged, they got married. In fact, his ex-wife and his daughters come out now. There's a lot of truth in this. And one musician who's very respected in the music industry, John Legend, and for him to come out and give his piece, Lady Gaga now to remove her songs and everything, there must be a little bit of truth there. Like, Ashton, what do you think?
I just find it quite disturbing that supposedly what has gone on has...
You didn't pay the $1 million now to get him out on bail, did you? Or
no.
sorry.
No.
$1 million I could have had in hats off, you know.
But the person that did pay it, like...
Some girls come forward now and pay his bail, like, if he didn't have the money.
Why... Like, how there's just so many unanswered questions about it. It's just, I think there's a lot more about it that will sort of come out as the weeks go by. But for a man that was so high up in the like music world to be on this level, now it's just a scary place.
I bet you he wishes he can fly now, like.
Yeah. But I think a lot of celebrities, or I don't want to say men in particular, but celebrities that are in this position of wealth and in a high level position and a position of power.
I do think people think when they come into money, they become a law upon themselves. And I think if you have millions around you, you're not going to be very law abiding. And obviously he went down this path, and like the truth is coming out now.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a cult. He has like, it's like a sex cult basically. Like, there's 2 younger girls, they were pictured only recently with him, and they haven't been seen by their parents in years. Like, years.
God.
I don't understand how that's even possible? Like, why aren't the police getting involved in this matter, you know?
I think it only took them for the documentary to come out as well, because I think the evidence is there. Like, Ali is no longer around to give her side, but the fact that the documents were for it, and like her date, like her birth certificate's available. If you do the maths, you can see what age they were when they got married. Like, it took the documentary to come out now for the charges to come about and everything, and like I feel like now is something is being done, thankfully, like, because I feel like the girls will get a bit of justice. It won't take back what's happened to them, but like they will get their day in court. He will be convicted. Like 70 years is what he's looking at, so even if he'll do 30, like, he's like, it looks like he'll spend the rest of his days in prison when he's convicted.
I think Aisling is right though. I think a lot more is going to come out in this process with him. I think we're probably only at the tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg, But then you wonder, will he do a book? Do you know, like all of these?
Bearing in mind how broke he is, I think he'll do something.
He'll do DVD, he'll do a book.
Oh, he'll definitely do something to make a
Here's one lady. So like one thing I read today that he's thinking now that he's been released, he's in the studio. Say, and if he does release a song now, because he's so hot at the moment, he's on every newspaper, he's on every TV show going, would you think it's right for like music platform stations to endorse his music, radio stations to play his music, when he's only kind of in the spotlight now for such wrongdoing? Like, Grainne, would you be willing to pay $1.29 on iTunes for his song?
Absolutely, I'd like unsubscribe. Like, I just think, how could you possibly support a man who has done all of that just filthy and disgusting things to young girls? I just think we as a nation, we shouldn't support someone like that, because we're encouraging that type of action against women as well.
Yeah, and what about yourself, Ashton?
Absolutely. Like,
you're like, I hear you, girl. I really
don't leave me hanging.
So ladies, you know, we like, and last Friday we put up a post to say yourselves are coming on, and we asked the viewers to put some questions to you. Now, one question is like, obviously weddings are a big thing at the moment, and I think as a woman you really want to look your best, so for photos, and then you have the mother of the bride. Now I get married in August, Tina, so my mother, thank you. So my mother-in-law and like they're very conscious of like the mother of the, well, I'm a bride or my groom, like, but what like that staple look as the mother of the rep, like who's getting married on the day. What advice would you give? Well, first you get a nice headpiece.
Yes. Yeah. And obviously for me. Right. I suppose the first thing I do with clients is I get all age groups. I get brides, bridesmaids, like that, the two moms. But for me, everything has to be about the individual. So when they come down to me, what I find a lot of the time is a lot of the stores seem to be selling the same brand, same style of outfit, that sort of thing. So first of all, they've spent a lot of time and money researching their outfit. They may have had it designed and made by a designer. So it's a unique piece. So the headpiece has to be unique as well. Because there are, I suppose, so many shops now that hire headpieces as well, the moms in particular seem to have a huge fear that, you know, they'll arrive to the wedding and 3, 4, 5 guests could have similar piece, not the same piece, in a different colour. So straight away you may have spent $1,000, anything, like clients of mine have spent anything from $1,000 to $5,000 on their outfit. So if you go and hire the hat and somebody else has it, completely takes from your outfit straight away. So I kind of delve out their personality first, and one of the main things I would always say to people is, are you used to wearing headpieces? Do you like wearing headpieces? When was the last time you wore one? If they're not used to them, then we go down a certain road, because it has to be comfortable, it has to be wow, but it has to be their style as well. One of the other main things I always say is, like, I'm never the one that will be looking back at the wedding photographs. You guys are. So it has to be their style, but my design. Because if they're not happy with it, sometimes, like, I would get somebody who has bought a beautiful outfit from a store, and they bring down the hat and they say, I bought the hat as well, and when I went home, my daughter said, oh my God, that's awful.
You need the hat and to balance the dress, really. Like, it can't be like,
but a hat has to be designed
coincide
for your height, your stature, the shape of your face, the crown of the head. There's so many things that go into it when a milliner is actually looking to design a hat for you, rather than you buying a hat that's been made to go with this outfit. Because a good lot of the moms would say to me, you know, I saw this amazing outfit and it was advertised as Mother of the Bride, but the model wearing it was like 35. You know, you have to be, it's like Helen Mirren, you have to be age appropriate and you have to dress that way. So therefore I have to design that way for the client as well.
And then how do you help as well? Because I know when my brother was getting married, my mom was getting her outfit, but we didn't want her to look like, you know, really dated and old, because she's young, she's kind of hip, like she's really fashionable. So I wanted to prevent that kind of mum of the groom or mum of the bride look.
Stereotypical.
So how do you actually help that as well for kind of those people?
A lot of my clients would get their outfits designed and made.
Okay.
They wouldn't buy in stores.
Okay.
I think that's the tricky thing when you buy in a store. Like, there's nothing like you could arrive on the day, and like you spend months really planning an outfit for a wedding, especially as a mother of the bride or the groom, and then to arrive on the day and see someone else like, get upstairs and change fast.
I sort of see it a lot. So I'm working around weddings 24/7 more or less, and I always see it with like moms, that they sort of morph into the stereotypical mother of the bride, mother of the like groom, and they would come down and you're going, but that's not what you'd normally wear. And it's like going, why? But it's like they just get sucked into that zone of being the mother of the bride.
And the day of a wedding, it's such a huge event and life event. That is not the day to change your own style and to succumb to what
I think there's
others
a lot of
are trying to
there,
sell
because
you.
when you see the royal weddings, the two last ones, and then you see like when their mothers arrive on the day, I think now people are seeing them and they kind of want to imitate that as well.
Yeah, very much so.
If you look at like Kate's mom, like she was still very classic and not that boxed jacket and boxed skirt that you see from 1982 type thing. Do you know, like there was still a lovely cut to her like coat and her skirt and stuff, so you can still look really classic, I think, but with your own personal twist sort of thrown in there, be it with a hat or hair,
funky hairstyle,
or even a bag or a pair of shoes or something. Do you know,
like people would often, like, obviously bring pictures of different celebrities and all of that wearing hats, and quite a lot at the time it's Kate Middleton, and now it's started to be Meghan Markle or whatever. But the one thing I always explain is, yes, it's a beautiful hat, it's amazing. It looks amazing on her because she had a milliner design it for her. And that's a milliner's job.
But do you think sometimes though imitation, like, is like you can take a lot from a look and you can try like take areas from it, but you want to have that like look, oh, that looks fabulous, you don't Kate Middleton had that, like so would you find like imitating work, or that's something
for
Tina?
Me, I always want originality. So when I sell a headpiece, to me I'm selling the design to the person, and it's a difficult thing, because we'll say on my Instagram now and stuff like that, I've stopped in the last year and a half putting up photographs of actual hats, unless a client would say to me, you know, put it up, like there's no problem, put it up.
Because you're doing the design and that's a one-on-one design. Like some people might want to be like private about it, or like some people might want to show, and it's great when they do showcase it because your name is there. Or like one particular piece I seen you did for Aoife O'Sullivan. So that was a fabulous piece you did for Aoife.
It was fabulous actually to meet Aoife, and like she's an amazing girl, and she's worn a few of my pieces, and actually last year she wore one of my pieces and she won Best Hat at the G Hotel at Galway Races, and that was my second time in 3 years winning it. And then she asked me to design a piece for her when she was going to Miss World representing Ireland, and so out of 32 countries, they have a competition there, Designers of the World, and wearing the headpiece she came top 20 in it. So
that's incredible.
It's it's
on
a huge
everyone's lips,
accolade.
do you design any male headpieces? Which have anyone in mind that you might like to
For
design
an
a piece
August
for?
I am so open. You know, if I knew somebody getting married, of course, I would love to.
Would you know anyone in particular that might be able to pull it off?
There's one particular good-looking guy I know that may be getting married soon.
His head would be too big for the hat now.
Graham, one question we had.
And I know he's won money, so he'd be willing to pay for it.
You got me there. So, Grainne, one question we had come in for yourself. Who influences you? May it be celebrity, or like a family relation, or a friend? So you can give one from each field if you want. Like if it's like some people might be influenced by their mom. Or...
I think for me, one of the people that influences me is our editor of the magazine. So she...
That's RSVP.
RSVP magazine. So she owned RSVP magazine. She brought it from basically nothing to where it was. It's the #1 females magazine. And then it got bought by a larger organisation, but they only stayed with the company. She remained the editor, and it kind of... She is just a powerhouse. She is a go-getter. She doesn't stop. She's always turned on. She kind of knows what to do, and I've learned so much from her. So it's really kind of helped me because I've been promoted in my position. So I'm the advertising and events manager now, and she has kind of helped me and nurtured me to grow in my kind of field. And I think that's so important in kind of the work-life industry, that kind of females support and help each other as well. And
women should come together and empower each other as well.
Yeah.
Like you see some cases in the showbiz world, like, kind of, like, it's very competitive, and even on talent shows when there's 2 women on it, like remember like Cheryl and Danny, they used to play them off each other. But let them get on, and like even on Britain's Got Talent now, Alicia Dixon said like her and Amanda Holden are best friends, like, and people are shocked by that.
But
like.
even with Kate and Megan at the moment,
I think Megan gets a tough time of it.
They are playing the 2 girls off each other in the media straight away. It's almost like they saw an opportunity to try and create something like they did with Diana and Fergie. And it's like they're just imitating life again. And the 2 girls probably get on great. They probably don't even see that much of each other because like they're either touring or they're doing events or whatever it is. But the media has created this thing to make people think, oh, she's not a very nice person.
Like they do it to me as well. They're always like, when me and Enrique Iglesias get pictured together, they're always like, who wore it better, or who's more
I didn't like
tanned.
to mention that because I didn't want to upset
obviously
you.
he has the natural tan, like, and so do I to a degree out of a bottle, but like they always compare. But like, so say, like, the one other question that came in as well for yourself, Grainne, the changes in makeup. Like, so say like you take back in the day, you'd have like your pants stick and you'd put it on. And,
Elizabeth Arden, the compact, I think we've all done it at one stage.
I
used
can
to
nearly
literally
smell it when you're talking about it.
Like, well, like young girls now feel immense pressure. I do like the style of makeup and like to be current, and I suppose they see the photos on Instagram as well, and like they have to watch makeup tutorials now. Like you say, your own makeup looks fabulous tonight, but like, say, how, like, do you do it yourself, or do you go to someone to do it, or did you teach yourself?
Well, I used to be a makeup artist. I actually lived in Australia for a few years, and I worked as a manager for Clinique, but I did freelance makeup a lot of the time for weddings as well. So I was self-taught, so I learned a lot. But I think for the younger generation, they're phenomenal at makeup. They have no issues whatsoever because YouTube delivers so much. You can literally watch a video and it will tell you how to contour, how to highlight, how to strobe, how to look your fleek on best, like, you know, all of that. So like, I think for young girls, there is immense pressure to look perfect, to look flawless, and it's all of the filters that are coming in now. People are so used to taking a picture with a filter that when they take a picture with the normal kind of camera, they don't like the image of themselves. So I think we have to be very careful of kind of portraying our real true self as well, and not rely on filters.
And Aisling, the queen of upstyling, how are you? So like, tell me, like, yourself, like, say, like, for that representation itself, like, to be like the queen of upstyling, like, how have you become so known for like signature looks for a wedding day?
How do I answer this? I'm like, I know. So I've been very lucky.
It's a great comment to get.
Yes, I am. Yeah. I'm like, I think I've been very lucky that I've very lucky that I've worked in very good salons that have got me to where
you picked up an award as well.
Yeah, I have a few awards under my belt. Thank God. Touch wood. But I love, so my working life is is just weddings, and I love it. I really, really love it, and I just always sort of zoned in more on styling rather than cuts and like colours. So that's what my whole life is now, is styling and fashion work and editorial work. But I love it, and I have been very lucky that I have amazing clients that refer on to other brides. I've been very lucky to work. I've done some work with RSVP and other magazines and stuff like that. So I've been very lucky to be behind the scenes on television shows and stuff like that. So I just keep putting myself out there.
And for 2 ladies like yours, like, you're both so creative, like in the hair world and creating pieces, and you're both so passionate about it. Like, so I can see how the successes come your way. Yeah. But like, say a wedding, do you feel pressure on a wedding day?
No, I love it.
You thrive on it.
I love it. I really, really, like, there's always pressure, but it's never from a personal side. It's more sort of stress and anxiousness from the bride or the mom or the dad or something. But I'm around weddings so often that there's nothing that I can't fix at this point. I'm often out putting ribbons on cars or doing up the back of dresses or getting bridesmaids into Spanx and all of this carry-on. So there's nothing that I won't do on a like wedding morning. But I love it. I really, really do. And I work around excited people and happy events, so you honestly just bounce off that then, which is great. And
going back to the Oscars, like some of the looks that they did, like to coincide with the dresses, they actually go with a more reserved look with the hair.
Yeah, which is lovely.
To showcase the dress.
It is lovely, and that's what you want. There's nothing worse than having this beautiful gown and like really full on hair then that is going to actually take from the like beauty of such a simple gown, or the opposite way, having mad hair and like mad gown. It's just going to sort of clash. But my own personal thing is I love simple, like in every way. So I thought all of there was on fleek.
On fleek. What's the biggest trend right now?
What's hot right now?
It's very
what would
personal.
you recommend? What upstyle are you going to give me?
I will let you know on your wedding morning.
She needs to know about the headpiece first.
Yeah.
Should we help me get into the Spanx as well?
No, that's a different show. I think it's very personal. It's very 50-50. Brides that are having their hair down love that beautiful full Hollywood wave. Brides that want their hair up, it's very relaxed and not styled, if that makes sense. So it really is a personal sort of choice.
And I think it's like, would you sit down beforehand and plan the look for the
bridal trial. So you'd have a bridal trial a couple of months prior to it that we can try hair up, half down. And I would talk about the style of the dress, the like neckline of the dress, what earrings you're like wearing, whether there's a veil going in, whether there's a headpiece going in. We will have this consultation with you for your wedding. He's like, what? So yeah, it all comes down to like trials and information given from both sides, from myself and the bride.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
But one thing I would say about Aisling, before I met Aisling, like when I was going to events and different things and get my hair put up, I would like that taking pictures and this, that and the other. And I found over the years there's very few upstylists that really get what you want, what's in your head, between what's in your head and on the picture, and make it you. And Aisling gets it every time. And like sometimes she's done my hair for me, she's done it in like 15 minutes, and I could have been in a salon and it could be taking an hour to do it. Like, she's just got a special talent for what she does. You really do.
You got it, girl.
Oh my God, I get emotional. I don't do this to me.
No blubbing.
Well, guys, I could have stayed chatting to these fierce, fabulous ladies all night, but we're off for a kebab. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Tonight's show is sponsored by Energy Awareness and Versa Fashions. Don't forget as well about our fabulous competition, a night away, including dinner. So like this post, tag who you're going to bring, and share. Catch me next week, 8:30, the Graham Craig Ruth Show. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
Thanks.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Fabulous.